floor will now come to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What's
So
that?
first we'd like to hear from 11 O'Grady Court.
Thank you.
Please come forward, sign in, put your
What was
name
that?
and your relationship to the project.
It was higher.
I'm good with that. This is the one. Okay,
Okay, yes.
tell
Jay
us
Greenwell,
about it.
Land surveyor, Mark Mito, builder, Stuart Palladino, architect. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So this is at the end of O'Grady Court. It's pretty much the last lot to be developed in the O'Grady subdivision. It's all but the cul-de-sac on the east side, and this, Mark is currently building number 9, nearly finished. If you've seen it.
Yes, I saw it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And this is in the R40 zone, fully conforming, been through the whole subdivision process, and this is a layout that follows the grading, drainage, and utility plan that was provided at the time of the subdivision. In fact, we're hooking into existing sewer stubs. The dry wells are in the location as originally approved for the subdivision on the filed map. Everything is fully conforming with the setbacks. The grading basically follows the original layout. In fact, the double-tiered retaining walls is exactly as shown on the grading plan that was approved by the planning board back when. That's basically it. And as far as the grading and the drainage and utility plan, I can address the site issues, but I will leave it to the architect and the builder to amaze you with the aesthetics.
Awesome.
Okay.
Amaze us, please.
Yes, yes. All right. Do you want me to just walk you through the exterior, what we're looking to do? Along the front elevation, which is the west elevation, we did a mixture of the hardy board, vertical board and matting, with the 7.25 inch lap siding. Give it some definition.
Louder? Yeah, maybe if you bring your mic over.
There you go. Is that better? We have also, just to give it a little more texture and dimension, on the front, all the lower roofs, we did a metal roof, black metal roof, and then we have a timberline shingled roof throughout the entire main structure. And then on the north side, I worked with Jay in order to accommodate all of the grading that was required as it tiers down. We put the 2 air conditioners along there, and then we also integrated a lot of all the deciduous plants, add some color and texture to the front, have a count of all those plants with that. So all of landscaping is mainly along the north or the west side in the front, and our roots all the way to the north.
Excuse me.
As you can continue that's the vertical board and batten as we continue.
Where did you say the condenser units are? Can you point on
The what?
the condenser units?
They're right over here.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
North side,
They're
yes.
actually on the side, and they'll all be camouflaged with all of the landscape,
Okay.
because we wrap the landscape along the front and the north side. And then as we go into, I'll go to the rear, which is the east elevation. We're using the Cambridge stone for all of the retaining walls along the rear. And
The retaining wall, yes. It's Cambridge Sigma, yes, certainly. Sigma 8+ limestone quarry blend.
And just to maintain some nice subtle relief along the rear of the elevation, we also incorporated the vertical board and batten with the lap siding, just to give it some nice dimension.
The deck on the top in the east elevation, what's the material on that?
That is
It's
Yeah.
Trex.
We
It's
have a-
Trex in clamshell color,
Oh, cool.
like a gray.
And the fencing around it?
The railing is a stainless cable railing.
Okay.
The post will be black, the rail on the post will be black.
That's the same for the windows that we use in the Anderson series on all of the windows and sliding doors. And then, once you come over to the south elevation where the garages are, with the 3 individual single car garage, we maintain also the profiles and the pitches, and we have the lap siding, and also the vertical board and batten, just to give it some nice dimension.
And is there a particular name to that white hardy plant that you're using?
Arctic white.
Arctic white,
Thank you.
yeah, that's the standard color, it's the standard Arctic.
The garage doors are going to be black. They do, yes.
The top part, yeah. Yeah,
Is this, the lighting I see like on the south elevation looking at, I see in the back, but I don't see any lighting in the front, is there?
yeah, what we did in the front, because of the overhang that we created, we put a nice pendant light there. So the piece that you see here in the center here,
Oh,
Will
okay,
be a
that's
nice
right,
pendant.
okay.
It's actually visible on the,
it'll be visible, yeah, along the street.
Yeah.
The one light, yeah.
So here's the pendant light.
Okay.
Roofing, you have the
It's
timber line?
GAF Timberline charcoal. This third one down. Would you like to see it? Okay.
And are you gonna be able to pass all of those fixtures and so forth down to Liz?
Yes,
So she can include that in
Yes.
her notes, exactly?
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the architectural, like I said, the landscaping. Do you have any questions on the architectural elevations? And then, like I mentioned on the landscaping, we have various species, mainly all the deciduous plants with some color and texture along the front that wraps also to the north up to the retaining wall. It'll hide all of the air conditioning and gives a nice texture. We also have some two bigger in the front of the yard too, so it's a nice dimension.
And no fencing around the perimeter of the yard,
Just
No,
just the pool.
just for the pool?
Yeah. Yeah, so I got a count of, there's 5 trees, there's 47 shrubs, we have 93 grasses, and then 26 perennials. It'll be well landscaped.
Design is beautiful.
Yeah.
get that sauce in there.
Yeah, it's 5 trees, it's 47 shrubs, 93 grasses, and then 26 perennials.
Do we have a visual of the,
Yes. Active Yards granite, black.
may I see that up close and
Yes,
personal?
yes,
Thank you.
of course. Yes, it is. I agree.
And do you have a sample of that railing that's coming off the, along the steps?
Yeah, I do have that. Sorry, just.
And you're gonna pass that exact name and product on to Liz?
Yes,
Or
yes, sir.
should I write it down?
Be happy to pass along, but also be happy to tell you, it's Stainless Cable and Railing Company. And the color is black. It's a rail over post system. And they're stainless cables. The fence is 4 feet for the pool, and the rail is 36. Yes.
Yeah.
Name on this retaining wall again?
That's Cambridge Sigma 8 Plus. The color is limestone quarry blend.
Other questions from the board?
No.
I would like to open into the public now. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this matter? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. Is there a motion to approve the
I'll make a
plans
motion to
as
approve.
presented?
Motion to approve.
A second? All those in favor? Aye. You are approved. Thank you.
Very much.
Would you like to?
You're not gonna use it, you need?
No, I don't need it. I did need it, now I don't need it.
It's going to be a beautiful house.
You want these two?
I have one of those.
Okay.
I just didn't have a landscaping plan.
Oh, okay, oh, you need the landscape one? Okay. Yes, I do. Thank you.
I don't know. Have it full.
We have more sets if you'd like them.
Sure, yeah, that's great.
You can never
It
have
doesn't
too
extend?
many sets.
There's not too many sets. I remember being told, I don't mean, oh. That's fine, yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. Good night, too. Good night.
Thank you. Next up, WPT Acquisitions, exterior plans, sound wall. Please sign in.
Yep.
State your name and relationship to the project. After you do that, please.
Good evening. My name is Matt Ryan with Collier's Engineering and Design, the site civil engineer for the project. I could just give you a brief introduction. It's a project that I believe you're familiar with. We were here about a month ago and received our approval for our architecture and our landscaping. We've also received our preliminary approval from the planning board. So as far as tonight, we're just back here seeking approval for the sound wall, which I've brought samples of. One thing I just want to mention right off the bat, you can kind of see that from the site plan, I've highlighted the location of the sound wall. That is essentially the worst case scenario, the largest in terms of height and length for the sound wall that we would need under SECRA. It's still subject to some sound modeling, and we do anticipate that it will likely shrink in terms of length and height. But what we wanted to show is just the absolute worst case scenario. What we found in our sound modeling is that the majority of the sound impacts actually occur on the driveway to the, I guess, the south, the right side of the plan. It's likely, especially as you get into the site, that may shrink in terms of height and length, but we just wanted to show, what it would look like, as I said, in just the worst case scenario. So the material that we're proposing is, it's by Simtech. It's called EcoStone. I have a few photos and brochures of the product. Also, I should mention, it comes in several different colors. So the sample I have here is the dark brown color, which we don't really think would be the best choice for the building. We're actually open to any, that's what I was gonna suggest. So there's a couple of colors, and I can pass this around. There's a beige, which I actually think is, personally, because I could pass around the architecture for the building. But so there's 5 different colors that it comes in. I could kind of just, wish I had like a panel here, but so this sample is the dark brown here. I actually think the beige, I don't know if you guys have the architectures in front of you, but I think that almost works best with the way the building looks, but we'd be open to your guys' feedback. Yeah, sure. Yep. Yep.
With these piece, so this photo here,
Yeah,
right, is like in boxes, it's like,
exactly. It's,
does it have to be that way, or can it just push all the way across with no, do you know what I mean?
so this specific product, the way it's designed, they come in 4x4 panels and they stack. And again, as I mentioned, we don't think it's going to be nearly as large as we show on here. We anticipate that it will shrink down considerably. There's a chance that it will have to stack at least once, but that's just the product that was selected. It does have those panels.
It'll be at least 8 foot, because it'll be at least 2?
Likely, yes. And again, it's still somewhat subject to actual sound modeling, which will occur, as part of our final site plan approval. So we can't say precisely what that will be, but we would imagine that it will at least stack once. I don't think, because they're only 4 feet, so I don't think it would be as low as 4 feet. That almost doesn't serve a purpose at that size, so.
I guess when the board approved it, they didn't say what height it had to be, they said
Well,
kind of block.
we have a height specified of 18 feet high, and that's the worst case scenario. And that's what was approved by the planning board. And there was all just a conservative measure under secret, just to show, it's all about buffering the neighbor. And that was like before we even did any modeling, this was like the largest size that we would have to do. And the planning board was okay with that and did approve that. So what's shown on there is approximately 18 feet. And again, we do think that's gonna shrink. And then one other thing I would mention, the topography of the site is such that the house to the south is actually set a little higher. So even at that 18-foot height, I think it's like 5 or 6 feet high. So from the street and from the house, it's really closer to like 12 to 13 when you really factor in the topography difference. So, and again, that's worst case. I would expect that to come down, hopefully in like the 12-foot range, but it just has to be modeled.
So, when you say model, I'm just trying to understand
Yeah.
from your perspective, like, what's your goal with the modeling? To get below some decibel level?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, some of this still has to get worked out with the planning board in terms of the final approval. What we would like to propose with them is some type of like post-construction modeling where we could take levels today, and then after the facility's open, take levels day one, and then say like, here's what we actually have to do based on how the facility's functioning.
Right.
They have to approve that, but that's kind of our
Kind of don't know
goal.
if they see it in real life.
Right, and that's, a lot of it's based off of just like conservative models, but when you actually have real data, that's what we would like to do, because that's like the best way to do it, so,
They have the final decision on the size and so forth.
correct,
Our only job tonight is to pick the color
correct.
Shirley, can I see the picture?
of this.
Yeah.
Yes, certainly.
And can those be
Anybody else
passed
wanna
around?
see
Yeah, yeah, of
for
course.
us to kinda
Yeah, sorry, I wish I
take
had
a
more
look
copies,
at-
but I can pass these.
I'd like to see those.
These?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just see it while I'm looking at this, though?
Yep, go
Thanks, so
ahead.
then I can pass the whole thing
You
down.
take it. My thought on the beige.
Yeah.
I understand why you chose it aesthetically.
Mhm.
That's not gonna stay beige.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree, I was thinking,
that's a fair point, that's a fair point, yeah.
That beige
The gray, yeah.
it's what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Neutral as you come in,
Oh.
it'll have a stone-like appearance.
Yeah.
For the area, and you do have gray on your
Is that the beige one?
building.
No,
The
this is,
the sample behind it.
oh, that's dark brown.
Oh, okay.
Can we see those other pictures up here as well,
Yeah.
Sharon?
Pass some of these on, these are all just individual. If anyone else wants to
Because
see.
you do have quite a bit of gray on the building as well.
This is the one that's the,
Let me see, I have a brochure too, so let me see.
Yeah, the computer renderings are never accurate.
No, I know.
Yeah, I definitely don't like the beige.
And one other thing that I did just want to ask as well. So right now, the way we have it designed, I have the landscaping.
You will have an opportunity to speak.
at the map.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually, I'm just gonna flip real.
I like the brown or the gray.
So, it might be a little hard to see from here, and I don't know if we included the landscape plan in our package, but the way we have it shown now is we actually show screening on both sides of the wall. There's plantings on the site side and then on the house side.
I thought you were passing it,
it's a
sorry.
little lighter, the picture.
Yeah, unfortunately, I noticed that too. When you print it out, it does not, yeah, it
And
doesn't,
those two browns aren't even close.
yeah.
For what you brought us to that picture.
I know. It's almost, I have it on my phone too, like online, it looks. Let me
And
just-
I wouldn't worry about it, because that's definitely not.
Oh, yeah, of course. But even some of those, I don't know, I don't like the way they were printing it. I guess that looks like the actual gray. But the beige was a little lighter than I think it actually is in reality. The like what lighter beige. Yeah. whitish.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of dirt,
Yeah, no, that's a good point, yeah.
If
Yeah.
he wants to power wash us out.
No.
The gray actually blends with the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, again,
This is black.
does it say black? I don't think it's supposed to say black.
This is black and that says gray.
No, I think that's mislabeled. That's dark gray. It's not black, dark gray. So I have this brochure here. That's probably a better representation. It's on 2 different pages, though. There's 3 colors on this page if you go to the page before that. But I don't think those other colors are
It's
considered.
gray granite and dark gray granite.
Yeah,
What's this one?
I think that's the gray.
That's the gray?
Yeah.
That's what, this is a picture though, right?
Yeah,
So this is what it actually looks like?
yeah.
More or less, mostly.
More than that one. No, but that gray there is
Yeah.
way different than this gray here.
Oh, yeah, these aren't even close.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What were you saying about the
So,
screening?
so I was gonna ask, so again, we have screening on both sides of the wall. We'd be happy to keep that. I don't know if the board has any recommendations or thoughts about screening, whether it's required, whether you want more, whether you want it on both sides. Again, the screening that we have there was all kind of part of our approval, and we, it didn't even, before there was a sound wall, that's just all kind of like landscape screening. We're happy to keep that there, or beef it up, or, change any species that the board would have input on, but I just kind of wanted to present, I don't know if it's, do you want me to bring it over? Is it hard to see? Yeah, I guess, yeah, would it still be needed on the site side? Probably not, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So, the upkeep is
Yeah.
right here, right? How far is this fence gonna, this wall gonna be from the actual? How far?
So, much further than that picture. You can kind of see, I could scale it, but in some spots, it's as many as like 15, 20 feet, especially around the bend. But yeah, that's not a real photo. That's just like an example. Yeah, exactly.
Because to maintain cutting that grass.
Mowing,
because you
yeah.
know the weed whacker,
Yep.
That's never gonna happen either.
Yeah, it would be offset from the curb enough to get a mower in there.
Okay. Because then we can hold someone accountable.
Right.
I know, right? I live here.
And what color do you think this picture represents?
I believe that's the gray.
The gray granite?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna pass these down. They're irrelevant, in my opinion,
Okay.
as examples.
Yeah. And I could, if it's helpful, pull it up on my phone. It's the way, sometimes the way it, you get,
Good with
okay.
that. Yeah, the booklet you gave us
Okay.
is very helpful.
Okay.
Are there any questions from the board? Are there any suggestions for the color from the board?
I like the gray or the brown.
Gray or the brown?
Not the dark brown, but the other brown. It was deeper than the cream color that was recommended,
Oh, not
but
the
it was,
one, this one?
yeah, the one that was in
This
the
one?
middle, yeah,
Not this one.
exactly, the one in the middle.
Like the gray, Kristen?
I think we go with the gray that also blends with the building. And that book again, where's that book? Perhaps to keep it lighter, but without being too light, the gray granite might be the best option, which I think is kind of close. Somebody,
I didn't see that yet.
oh, pass that down. Those colors are truer
Yeah.
than those. We feel
That's
about
nice.
that.
I like
You like it?
the dark one.
The darker one?
Which
Well, I
one are
was-
you saying?
I was suggesting this gray granite,
Yeah,
and this is dark gray.
They're both
granite.
fine. I'm fine with either one.
All right, and how about you, Sharon?
They're good. I like the one in the middle.
Okay, that's the one I was thinking. That, like, bearing in on the person who drives up.
Yeah.
Drives through. How about the opinions down there? Yes.
I'm good with either one of the grays.
Yeah. We're going to recommend the gray granite option, which is the lighter of the two grays.
Okay.
Can I look at the color? Your time is coming, hold on. All right, anything further from the board? That being said, it is now time for public comment.
Thank you.
So please come up to the microphone, state your name, address.
My name is Thomas Finsterwald, 15 Mountain View Avenue, Orangeburg, New York. Can I look at the color?
You certainly may. Will you pass that?
Yeah, of
to me,
course.
please?
It's the one in the middle.
I like that one. The darker the better. Make it look ominous. It's going to be an ominous building, might as well make it ominous. So, I'm going to take this over. So, my house is right here. Oh. So how close to the property line do you intend to put this? You can just tell me a number.
Well, it kind of varies as it goes across the property.
5 feet?
Yeah,
25 feet?
5 to 10 to 20 feet.
I
yeah.
think the legal thing is 25 feet, but if I'm not mistaken, any structure, it's got to be like 25 feet. So I expect it to be at least that far from the property line. And I don't care if you landscape behind it or in front of it, it doesn't matter to me. But I don't want it to be so I can't see over it at where I live, if you don't mind. And then you can make it as high as you want after that. And then behind me, you can make it at 40 feet high. That's fine. But I did hear that this is a done deal yet. Is that true or not? Is this finalized, that this building is going to be constructed? Well, I have no further things to say. I hope you have a lot of good luck, and I hope the community really enjoys this.
Thank you.
But if you want further input on the height, you're gonna wanna go to the other meeting, right? Because you're gonna have further discussion.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all,
Don't worry, I'll get posted.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
in terms of the, the same goes for the
I'm
offset.
surprised that I didn't hear that this got passed without a public meeting.
I can't answer that, I can
I
only
know,
discuss
there's
what-
nothing to
what
do
we're
with
doing
you.
here
It has
tonight.
nothing to do, you're talking colors and height
Yes,
and lights.
My
and shit like
favorite
that.
subject.
It's already done. Good luck.
Are there any other comments or questions from the public? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. And now, do I have a motion from the board?
I'll make a motion to approve with the gray or light gray, like, are we picking one? He'd like the dark gray? Okay, so motion to approve with the, what's it called?
Gray granite.
Gray granite.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay. You are approved. Thank you.
Now, I apologize, before I go, can I just ask one quick question about the landscaping? We received approval at the last meeting for the landscaping,
Yes.
and one thing has come up from the municipal engineer in terms of, like on the top of the page is where the stormwater management basin is. And he's told us that with the new DEC regulations, you can't have trees along basically where the property line is, because there's some type of like stormwater buffer. If we were to change that and replace it with just, say, evergreen shrubs, or other type of screening measures, is that something, like, how would that work since we have approval
You're
on the?
approved on this,
Yeah,
and you have to go back to that other board
yeah,
for, exact approval of.
yeah,
And I would bring that up to them, because if it has something to do with DEC rules and regulations, that's their purview.
okay,
They should be able to answer that for you.
okay,
And if you need to come, I don't see where you would have to come down,
Okay.
but that's my opinion.
Okay.
They'll tell you whether you do or not.
okay.
And that would be a quick and easy meeting.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to ask while I was here, so, yeah, no, thank you, thank you.
To my knowledge.
Did this guy say his house was?
Sure. Thank you, I appreciate it. Did you?
Yeah,
He-
so
he
that's shopping
lives-
center.
Yeah.
He's, right where the driveway is. He's the house right next to the driveway.
House here?
That's
Yeah,
what I
there's
thought.
3 homes there.
He's over here, like, is that, where's the railroad tracks? Next, I went to the site, this it's already a dilapidated building.
Which packet
Yeah,
are you?
so his house is like totally,
Yeah, there's the railroad tracks over here, right?
No, we're
That?
one more yet.
In the back?
where's 303? Oh, here's the railroad tracks.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so you come from 303.
This is 303,
Yeah,
this is the diner, this is the diner, this is the mall.
Okay, yep, so you're coming up Mountain
Where's
View,
his
you go,
house? The guy that
his
was here.
house, yeah, his
Okay,
house
so
is
we
right
have
here.
one
Here?
final
Yeah.
group
Oh,
tonight.
he was pointing over here,
Here's
that's why,
one-story garage, he's right around here.
yeah, he was, no, I'm saying he was pointing over here, that's why I was confused.
May I bring
On
this
the
meeting
thing.
back to order, please, for the last presentation? Thank you, gentlemen. Let's talk about Calabria exterior.
It's a dilapidated warehouse there is now.
I think the house looks like
This one looks way nicer than. It's like old, grown brush now.
Ah,
High school.
Yeah, his house looks like it should be condemned.
you remind me of
His house looks like it should be condemned.
Oh, it's one of those, yeah. 'Cause I know those other houses, where they're vacant.
Okay.
The one right next to the railroad track where it's vacant. Where they put dumpsters there. or something.
All right, so please, put down your names and your relationship to the project. And then say that out loud for us.
Okay, Don Brenner, I'm the attorney for the client.
I'm Anthony Rapani, owner, Calabria.
I need a little background on this. Anthony's been Calabria restaurant really for over 20, 30,
Oh,
30 years.
89.
Yeah, he's been around for a little bit, and he was fortunate.
Where'd time go?
He was fortunate in March of '22 to acquire the site where he is right now. And applications were made to do certain improvements, which were approved by the board, and he's been able to do it. And while they were going around, they noticed that this area that we're looking at right now, there were cracks and there were failings. And when he was talking to the inspector at that time, he said he was going to repair it. The inspector said it was perfectly all right. So Anthony did go in and repair the place, and we'll tell you how he did it. And we thought it was just gonna be a repair, and then when we tried to close out this phase of the situation, the inspector said, no, we want you to go to Akabor to show you what we did. So primarily, we're really here to show you what we did. And what we did is we had the pictures, you can see over here, the picture is that he had to rebuild the steps and the stairs. And there was a little area to the west where he took out some broken concrete and actually put plantings in that certain section between the stairs and the road. We can tell you what he put in, or it's block, he put cement on top of the block, and he did the plantings. And that's really kind of,
Yeah, make the place look nice, I think.
and primarily, we're here to close it out, and at the time, the director at that time said, please go to Akabor, and we're here, and that's what we're here for, to try to close out this phase of the project. I don't know what to tell you about it because it's already done. Yeah, they've been using it now for over a year, year and a half.
3 years.
I thought there was something hidden.
No.
No, we're just trying to close out there's certain phases of certain contracts which just weren't closed out. We're just trying to close it out. Well, that kind of case I like, but that's not the case.
Yeah, yeah. Right thing's done.
We really thought it was a repair, really, because it was broken and we didn't think it was safe, and now it's nice.
Now it's safe.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I think it looks nice too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
we're all happy.
Me too.
And he
Once I'm done with this,
does make good pizza.
sometimes. I know.
I tried that.
Not a requirement, but.
Sorry.
Well, we can take care of it if we come.
Yeah, you
We're
guys
looking
come
at
down.
We're looking at expansion, right?
Maybe.
All right. Anybody wish to make a motion on this project or have any questions? Any questions first? Oh, now, wait a minute. I've done this out of order. I apologize, Liz. First of all, I would like to know if there's anyone from the public wishing to speak on this application. And hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. I would now like to call for a motion to approve as presented the plan for the side porch at Calabria. As presented.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, gentlemen,
Thank you.
you are
Thank you.
approved.
Gee, this is one of the nicest meetings
Mad.
You get roasted.
Do I have a motion to close the meeting? Why, yes, I will make that motion. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Well, thank you, guys. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
So that was absolutely ridiculous. I hired an attorney to come here. Yeah.
What do we have there?
Well, he didn't have to, but he should, but, you know, talk about a waste of time and money for all of us. Bye. Mostly him.
That was,
You know?
These guys here all the time, so.
Oh, Brenner? Oh, yeah.